Welcome to Average DIY Dad. Today I'm going to be upgrading my light switches to these smart home Wi-Fi light switches. The brand is called Lesum from Amazon, and this 3-switch kit wrapped me around 50 bucks. In addition, I ordered the screwless cover kit from Lights. Of course, I cut the power to the bedroom. First, I removed the screws that held the cover on. Then I removed the cover. Then it was time to remove the screws that held the switch onto the wall. When I pulled the switch out of the wall, I was able to take a closer look and see that there was only 3 wires going to each switch. The upper wire was low, the center wire was line or hot, and the bottom wire was ground, the naked wire. These wires had their own little screws that needed to be removed before I could remove the wire from the switch. Needle nose pliers made this process easier. The new switch had very shallow holes to insert the wires, so I cut the exposed wire down to about a 1/2 inch. Now it was time to insert the load, which was the upper wire on the old switch. So I gave it a tighten. Then I inserted the line or the hot, which was the second wire down on the old switch. I gave that one a tighten. Then it was time to insert the ground, which was the naked bare wire. Now that I had all the 3 basic wires connected, the next part was a little trickier. I still needed one more wire for the switch to work. That wire was called the neutral. I found the neutral capped off and tucked away in the back. The kit came with some extension wires for me to extend the neutral to the switch. By the way, the neutral wires were white, and I noticed they weren't spliced to anything. I twisted my 3 neutral extension wires together. Then I spliced them into the neutral, capped it off, and taped it for good measure with black electrical tape. Finally, I had a neutral to connect to the switch. My wiring was finished. Then I looked close at my connections to double check that nothing would pull loose. I positioned the switches into the wall, put the screws in, and tightened them. When everything looked good, I unwrapped the inner light's screwless covers. Though it looks like one piece, the frame and the cover snaps apart. The frame screws onto the switches. Then the cover just snaps right on. I was finally done and it was time to put my installation to the test. I turned the power back on. Troubleshooting tip: when you turn the power on, the blue Wi-Fi indicator is supposed to be flashing. If it doesn't, touch and hold the button until the indicator starts flashing. Flashing means it's in programming mode, so you can go to the Google Play Store and download the Smart Life app. Hit the add symbol in the upper right hand corner, select Smart Switch, and make sure your phone is connected to the 2.4 gigahertz network. These switches can't connect to the 5G gigahertz network. Definitely has to be the 2.4 gigahertz network. The app takes a few seconds to discover the device, but once it's done adding the device, it allows you to rename it. One of my switches controlled my room light and the other controlled my ceiling fan. So I named them accordingly: room light and ceiling fan. I should add, these smart switches are touchscreen. There's no button. They're not meant to operate by force or pressure from the finger. And you can operate them 3 ways. One is through the Smart Life app. 2 is manual by hand, like if you touch the switch. And 3 is voice assistant, like Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri. Alexa, room lamp on. Alexa, room lamp off. Alexa, ceiling fan on. Alexa, ceiling fan off. You know what else is cool? The switch just turned my really old ceiling fan into a smart ceiling fan. And now there was only one thing left to do. And boy, did it feel good. 2021, here I come. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to Average DIY Dad on YouTube.